All right, how's everyone doing? Good stuff. Good looking show here. Woo! Well, it's pretty awesome when you don't fit in one arena. I tell you what, not used to that. That's pretty cool. So, hey, Lori, you signed up, right? I'll never forget that meeting, so it's funny how she talked about the Mark Smith fire hose. I basically thought I was in court getting questioned by a judge. So the notes I was taking was making sure I was keeping track of everything. She asked me so many questions. But I do remember that meeting. It was pretty awesome. And it's awesome to see people like Lori make a transition from other career paths over to Nerium and engage with us and just rock it. She's an awesome host. You're going to have a great time in this arena. And I know we have Puya over in the other arena. How's the other arena doing? See, if they were really juiced up, we would be able to hear them from this arena, right? Do you guys want to see if they can hear you from our arena? Okay. Well, that was really weak. They ready? They couldn't hear you. Okay? So let's have a little energy match, okay? So we'll first start with this arena, and let's bring it. Let's show them what we got in this arena right here. Let's hear it. All right, that's more like it. That's more like it. All right. Woo! All right. Man, we might have just showed them up. All right, so Puya, if I was you, I would run out back on stage at your little arena over there. I joke because every single seat in that place is filled, so they actually might even be bigger than us. But we won't know because we can't hear them, right? So I'm sure they're giving us a dose of our own medicine right now. Well, guys, I'm going to do something that I've personally never done on a stage this big. So I hope it goes okay. No, I'm prepared for it. But what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about dream building. And we're going to talk about writing your plan. And we're going to talk about how to basically execute that plan flawlessly to go from where you're at today to wherever you want to be. And a lot of times we talk about the dream lifestyle, and we talk about, making national marketing director, and, people have different whys and wants and different goals. But we don't spend a lot of time on every single minute detail of what it takes, because it's kind of hard to do that, especially in an arena with so many people. On a one-on-one basis, it's pretty easy. You can sit over a cup of coffee, and you can have tabletop talk with someone and ask them questions. And I did that with Lori in that 3-hour meeting, which just tell me a little bit about yourself. And I learned a lot about her. I know she traveled around the world in the ministry as a singer with her family. So I actually remember that from the original meeting. And so I got to know everything about her. Not that Lori would ever call me up and say, hey, I'm ready to quit. But if she ever got an inkling of anything like that in her soul, I basically do have the Mark Smith fire hose ready to go. And I do have a memory of all of the things I asked her in that meeting. And I would be able to remind her about why she made the decision to be here, what she wants to do, what's her end game, what are her goals, what she wants to do for her kids, because I learned every single thing about her. That's pretty much the most important thing you can do when you get someone started in this business. And so what I'm going to do here today is I'm going to demonstrate how you take someone from the concept of tell me some of your dreams, tell me some of your goals, tell me some of the big stuff, the purpose, your end game, that light at the end of the tunnel, what's the big thing you want to win at in life. And then we're going to break it down little by little, and then we're going to write a plan, okay? So we're going to take the next hour and do this. There's probably not much that we could add to this section on how to go from where you are here to where you want to be. One of the reasons that we did this in the beginning, in the first day, is I want to get you in the right mindset for every trainer, for every experience, for every early morning that you get up and meet with some of your upline leadership, for every late night that you're hanging out and having that after hours talk about your dreams and your goals and what you want to get out of this company and out of life in general and out of this convention. You have to be in the right mindset. And I believe that if we set up the mindset now, everything that comes after this is going to make a lot of sense. It's going to hit you differently. When someone's talking about how to go out there and share this product, it's going to hit you differently. You'll have a different passion about it. When someone's teaching you how to go out there and share this opportunity, it's going to hit you differently. When we have some of the scientists that are going to speak to you, you're going to be sitting there going, wow, this is it. This is huge. It's different. And I can tell you one thing, that when you're out there and you're building a business, conviction is everything. And people can feel it from you. If you don't have the belief and the conviction and know where you're going, it's the strangest thing I've ever experienced. They can feel it from you when you're not ready. It's a difference. You've probably been around different leaders that are kind of magnetic. I call it they're attractive. Not attractive on the outside, attractive on the inside. You don't know exactly what it is. You can't really put your thumb on it, but it's just something that you can feel from them. Like, wow, they're on fire. They're going somewhere. Like, I don't know what they're doing. I just want to be part of whatever they're doing. Like, what are you doing? That's the type of person that you need to become. It does not matter what rank you are. It does not matter how long you've been in Nerium. It doesn't matter what your success level is. It just matters that you get that deep down, burning, white-hot desire inside. People will feel it. They'll catch on to it, and your team will explode. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pick someone from the audience. Okay? You guys think I'm kidding, but the 2 chairs on that table for a reason. And they don't know who they are. I have not prepared this, okay? I'm prepared, but they're not prepared. I love to set it up like that, okay? But I wanted this to be as real as possible, right? I wanted you to just look at, okay, well, this is just a person that he's bringing up that's not prepared, that I'm just going to grill with some dream-building questions, and we're going to just get to know each other. We're going to set up a plan. We're going to dream build. And we're going to make this plan happen. Are you guys willing to be a good audience during that session and support us and help us? Okay. So, I feel like I'm on a game show, right? I don't know if I'm more nervous for this person who doesn't know who they are yet. I don't know what to expect, but I did have to rehearse her name because it has an R at the end. And I didn't want to say it. I rehearsed it back there, and they're like, she's not going to know who you're calling. I'm like, why? Well, say her name again. She's not going to know. Well, say it again. So I had to add the R at the end, so I've rehearsed her name. And so, let me prep this. When I call out your name, I'm going to ask you to come to the front. We're going to mic you up. We're going to bring you on stage. I don't want you to be nervous. There's only 40,000 people watching you, okay? There's nothing to worry about. But honestly, you have nothing to worry about. I'm in it with you. We're just going to have a candid conversation. We're going to pretend that there's not all these eyeballs staring at us. And we're going to show this convention what it's like to dream big, to write it down, formulate a plan. And I have all kinds of little things that we're going to come up with to help you accomplish that plan. Okay? So you guys ready for this? Okay. Jessica Potter. Come up to the stage. Jessica Potter, where are you? All right, give her a round of applause, guys. Awesome. All right. So, Miss Jessica, I hope you still like me after this session. But really the pressure's on me. It's not as much on her, because you guys already know that she did not know she was going to get called up here, so you gotta cut her some slack, right? But definitely need your energy, definitely need your attention, definitely encourage you to take notes. And the way I want you to look at this is your Jessica. This just happens to be her session, but this is also your session. I want you to pretend that you're sitting in that seat, and I want you to answer the questions that I'm asking her in your journal. And I want you to go through the entire exercise, just like we're going to go through this exercise here with Jessica. Now, I'm going to be asking Jessica a lot about her life and a lot about her passions. I do know a little bit about her from Facebook, right? That's the new encyclopedia. And so some of it's going to probably be accurate and some of it's going to be social media-ized, right? But so now I have to get the real story. But all I've really done is just popped up Facebook and got to know her just a little bit, but she did not know that we were going to do this. So everybody, welcome Jessica to the stage. How are you?
Hi.
You ready for this? Nothing to be nervous about. So you ever been in front of this many people?
I'm okay.
Okay, good. Go ahead and take a seat. All right, so Jessica says she's okay. She's good. Well, I am not. I did not sleep last night. I've been so nervous about this session. So if you mess it up, it's all on you.
Okay.
Here,
Okay.
you're going to need that. I brought these for you, too.
Oh, good.
Okay, those are tissues. So
Good.
you got tissues and water.
Perfect.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
We're good.
So, and I've got some note cards for you, and I'm going to be taking some notes.
Oh, great.
So this is a real session.
Got it.
So the best way for you to get a good result from this training is you have to put yourself in her seat, okay? You have to pretend that you're sitting here, and I'm talking specifically to you, because although we are going to role play together, we really are both, we got a lot of pressure on us, don't we? So your success is on our shoulders.
Okay.
You like how I have a teammate now?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we're
So
good.
I don't want to take it all on my own shoulders. I'm willing to share the stress, okay? But we're going to have fun, and this is going to change your life. And this is going to change the lives of every single person watching this if you go through the exercise, because what we're going to do is exactly what you need to do to get where you're at. And what's awesome about that is I don't know your big goals, whys, and wants, okay? I know you're a mom, so I know that's a pretty easy one to figure out, that we know that this, future for the kids and stuff, but I really need to ask some questions. But everyone in here has a different goal and a different dream. And so just imagine trying to come up with some manual that says this is how you do it. It's not that easy. We can give you the 5 or 6 steps to goal setting, but this is going to be a little bit different. I did this one time at a NLA. It worked out pretty good. I don't know if you were at that one. You were there. So you were there.
Kathy.
Wow,
Yeah.
so now you're even more nervous.
Yeah, totally.
Wow, that's right. Kathy is here today. We did that with Kathy.
Yep.
So, okay, so I'm going to go through some rapid fire questions at first, just so I can take some notes. And then we're going to go step by step on what it takes, write out a plan, and we'll do a little bit of dream building. I'm sure that the audience may have some questions for you, so we're randomly passing
good.
out my... No, I'm kidding. We're not going to do that to you. Okay, so let's first talk about, you have some children.
I have 2 kids.
Okay, so you have 2 children.
Yes.
Okay, what are their names?
Jacob, he's
Okay.
going to be 5 in 2 weeks, and Benjamin, who's going to be 2 in 2 weeks.
Okay, you call him Ben?
Ben.
Okay, can I call him Ben?
You can call him Ben.
Okay, cool. Because Benjamin's like long for me.
I know.
I don't want to mess it up.
I know.
Okay, and so tell me a little bit about your family.
So I am actually married to my high school sweetheart.
Awesome.
Yes, we're those people. And I have one sister.
What's
She's
his
married.
name?
My husband's name is Josh.
Okay, so I don't want to mess that one up. I'm writing it down.
No, yeah, okay.
What's Josh do for a living?
Josh is a civil engineer.
Oh, cool, okay. All right. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a nurse.
Awesome.
Yay!
Awesome. Are there any nurses in here? Wow. Big support team. Big support team, right? Awesome. And so you have 2 kids. You're a nurse. How long have you been a nurse?
I've been a nurse for over 10 years.
Wow, long time. Awesome. Do you love being a nurse?
I do. I was on the flight team for 7 years, so I flew all around in a helicopter.
Oh.
So yeah.
So the med flights.
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay.
Do you work 12s?
So yes, I work now. I'm down, thanks to Miriam,
Yeah.
down to only working part-time. So I only work 2 12s now.
Awesome. There's a whole bunch of nurses that she's the one that
I
left.
know.
Right?
We're gonna take a drink of water. Okay.
You can drink as much water as you want, because we
Okay.
actually have 46 minutes
Oh my
left.
gosh. Okay.
We're just getting started.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And all of those pages
Okay.
are full
Oh,
of
good.
questions.
Let's just do it. Okay, we're done.
So, so how long have you been in Nerium?
So I've been in Nerium for about 15 months.
Okay, wow. So you've been here for 15 months. Have you ever done anything like this before?
No.
Never.
No.
Did you ever think you would ever do
No,
anything like this?
I didn't.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't want to do anything
You
like
didn't,
this.
you didn't. Okay. Do you want us to tear up your brand
No.
application?
I'm
Okay.
super. But when it was first approached to me, no, I didn't want to have anything to do with that.
How were you approached?
My girlfriend, who I went to nursing school with, asked if she could send me a video, and I didn't open it.
Wow. So that happens.
That's totally me.
Okay.
I'm totally that person. I watched her for a year. I kind of stalked her on Facebook a little bit, and I watched her get her iPad, get her car, earn a $50,000 bonus. And I kind of was like, okay. And then someone told me that they thought that I looked 10 years older than I really was. And I had like a small meltdown. And then the next day, she posted on Facebook that she was sending out free samples of Nerium. And so I just responded, send me your stupid cream.
Yes. I like that. You know what I love? I love the stupid cream part, right? Right? So the Live Better bonus was the Stinger missile, right?
Yeah, that, and she was really happy. Like, it looked like she was really happy. At that point in my life, I just lost my dad to cancer. My son, Ben, was really sick and dealt with a lot of issues, and we were a little bit stressed and miserable. So she looked really happy.
So, some of the things, and I'll add some training notes as we go through this, right? This is just family time, Nerium time. We're having this candid conversation. And so social media is really important. Like you said pretty much no. You had made up your mind. You didn't open up the video, but you stalked her, which a lot of our friends probably do, right? They're, let's see them fail.
Yeah.
Call me when you make it, You guys know what I'm talking about, right? And so, being happy, living happy, sharing what's going on, getting those little benchmarks. People look at an iPad, they go, oh, it's an iPad. It's like, the iPad was like, whoa, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, get an iPad.
Yeah.
And then it was like, beep, 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 got Alexis, right? And then you're like, oh, it's not going to last. And then it was like, live better bonus. And then it was a whole year of living better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the lesson there is to use the tools, use the social media, use the videos, okay? Share some of the live happy information through social media. Share some of the videos. Continue to go back and drip on people. And I love the fact that she was offering, to experience the product. Because at the end of the day, we build a team to get more customers. We're in the customer getting business, right? And so what is interesting there is you were attracted to the product first, really. I mean, she kept you kind of, in the game and interested, but it was the product itself that basically got you, right?
Yes.
Okay, so, all right, so let me ask you this. So, and you live in?
I live in Tucson, Arizona.
In Arizona, okay. Awesome. We got anybody from Arizona here? Yeah. We've got a huge support team. Okay, so here I'm going to ask you some of them are going to be weird questions, right? And some of them will just be straightforward questions, right? Like here's a weird one. Okay. So what is your favorite song that, not the one you like to dance to necessarily, but the gets you jacked out of your mind, I'm going for my goals, I climb any mountain. What's that one song where it's like you feel you could go run the 4-minute mile when it comes on?
This is so not going to be a good move. I can't remember the name of it.
If it has any explicit words in it, probably want to leave that.
Yeah, no, I can't remember the name of it. I want to say, oh, this is very embarrassing.
You can sing it.
No. I literally, I don't remember the name of it.
Take it through, kind of hum it.
Okay, I'm also a really big fan of a really old Rascal Flatts song. I know.
Okay.
Tucson?
Hit us with it.
No! We're not going to sing?
No.
Oh,
I just need to know what it is.
I'm like totally blanking because I can't remember anything at this moment.
So we just can't.
Okay, we like not answer that question. We can't. Okay,
no,
can we
it's
like
like
skip?
one of those ones where she has to say it, sing it, act it, dance it, hum it.
Okay, I can't remember at the moment.
So we'll come back to it.
Okay,
but you got to remember because it's really important.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Try to come back to it. Okay.
Okay.
Do you have a second song?
No, but there's like a Rascal Flatts song. I just can't think of it. It's about like standing in the back of the truck. It's about being in a crowd and like cheering. What is
it's
it
like
called?
Being in a crowd. Come on, we got all these singers up
It's
front.
like to the people in the back. Oh my gosh.
To the people. What's it called?
No, what is it called? Oh, it's
Freedom?
Like, it's an older song. This is really weird. Okay, yeah.
We'll keep thinking.
Okay,
about
sorry.
it. Okay. So let's talk about what trip, what destination, what big trip that you would ever want to take on with your family. Like, not like, you go away for like 2 days and you don't bring luggage, not one of those trips. Like a real trip.
I want to take my boys to Italy and Greece.
Wow, that's huge. That sounds expensive.
Is that? Yeah, okay.
Okay, so Italy and Greece, okay. So how long would you go for?
10 days.
You didn't really know though, right?
No.
Yeah.
I have no idea, but that's about the length of time I can handle with a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old. Away from home, nap time.
The kids are a time off of the job. Which one is it?
A little realistic.
Okay, so you'd go for 10 days, right? That's a real trip, right? Okay. So in where would you go in Italy? Have you thought about it?
No.
Okay. We're going to think about
Not
it.
that far, I know.
Okay. So this is important, right? So and obviously your dream trip is not your purpose in life, but it's just something along the way that you can reward your family with and enjoy, right? And we'll get to the purpose part. We're going to go deep. Okay, we'll get there. But as far as a trip, it is so important to know where you want to go, how long you're going to go for, who you're going to take, where you're going to stay, what you're going to do when you get there, what restaurants you're going to eat at. Those things are really important because what we're going to do here today is we're going to really define how thoughts are things. Once you clearly define what you want with this much intensity, it's amazing what happens to the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind starts to attract to it the things that are necessary to actually accomplish these goals, okay? In every single shape or form. It kind of materializes. And so let's talk about Italy for a little bit. Okay, so you want to go to Italy for some reason. Maybe you don't know all the finite details, but let's try to talk a little bit about why Italy.
I think my grandmother took me to Washington, D.C. when I was 7, and I remember learning a lot about history and just seeing it for myself. And I think that helped a lot with just my education. And so I just have this thing about, I've never actually said that out loud either, that I want to take my family to Greece or Italy. So my husband's probably excited about that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Because one of the things about this training is you actually have to do everything that you say you're going to do.
Okay.
Like there's 40,000 people. You can't get away with it.
Like how to do it, right?
Exactly.
And how to get there?
Exactly,
Okay, good.
Exactly. So, I know your husband's probably watching this on live stream right now.
Yeah.
And so, hey, start packing for Italy, right? I don't know what you pack for Italy, but really you just got to show up there. I'm sure it'll be a good trip. So, what kind of quality hotel would you stay at? Motel 6.
I would like to stay in a hotel where there's a separate area for my children.
Hey, we're just being real, right?
Yeah.
It's just being real.
I would like, yes.
So in other words, I'm with you on that one, right? And so you want, like when you say a separate area, you want them on another floor?
Not like with doors, just like a separate area.
So it can have doors that connect.
Right.
Okay.
Right. We can close it.
Somebody needs a vacation, right? So you want a suite.
Yeah.
Okay, and you want a connector.
Yeah.
For the kids.
Yeah.
That bolt locks.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, every parent in here with small children's like, yeah, right? 5 kids and 2 beds. Darren kid, he has to get like a whole floor when he takes his family on vacation, right? So, okay, now give me an idea of, you're in Italy. What kind of a hotel? Have you ever thought of like where you would stay?
No, I mean, I think that is kind of like farther from, I have more front dreams. Mm-hmm. That's farther down the path, so I haven't given it as much thought. I have bigger front dreams.
We'll get to those.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
And so this is an important thing because really on your, I like to call it your dreamscape, right? And so every single part of this plan is part of the plan. And so what most people do, and this is definitely what I did in the very beginning, is you kind of talk about your survival goals. Like for me and for Tammy, it was credit card debt. It was, what do you want to be when you grow up? Oh, we want to pay our credit card debt. Like, ooh, boring, right? But that's all we could think about. Like food in the fridge, not having to borrow money from our parents to pay rent, pay off the credit card debt, stop getting the calls, the harassing calls from all the credit card companies, and you have to change your voice when they call. And say, is this Mark? No, it's not Mark, right? Oh, none of you guys ever had to do that? Okay. Yeah, right. Okay. So what happens is you have these roadblocks on your journey because you're only kind of thinking about the present, right? And one of the things about this exercise is to think about the future and to talk the future into existence. And that's that whole thing that starts to materialize where all of a sudden that 2-a-day exposures. You ever get nervous doing exposure? Yeah. Okay. I do too, by the way.
Okay, good.
Okay. So everyone in here gets nervous when they do an exposure. And some people get complete stage fright and they don't get to the exposure. And what having a plan and having big goals, big dreams, big whys and wants does is it gets you over that fear. Okay, it makes it easier. It doesn't mean you never get nervous again, but you're thinking about your kids and your trip to Italy and your purpose and your long-term vision and kind of your short-term and long-term goals, and it pulls you through every single day. And when you don't feel like doing it, you all of a sudden feel like doing it. But when it's crystal clear, it is a completely different way of life, okay? And so let's talk about Italy. I know you have some short-term goals. We'll get to that. So with Italy, pick a hotel.
Okay.
Not some wimpy hotel.
Okay.
We're not having macaroni and cheese in Italy, right? We're having
a couple of choices since I'm blanking.
Four Seasons, the Ritz, the Montage.
I would the
Mandarin.
Ritz. Yeah, that's totally good. We'll go with that.
Ritz.
Yeah, go with the Ritz.
Okay,
go
the
with
Ritz. Okay. The soft robes, right?
Yes.
The nice products in the bathroom.
Spa.
The good spa. What about the kids? What do you do with them when you're in the spa?
They're going to be in their locked room.
Okay. You notice she almost called it a locker, right? She's like, they're going to be in their locked room. They're going to be in their trunk, right? So do you like to go to spas?
I would like to go have a little bit more individual time there.
Okay,
Yeah.
some individual time.
Yes.
Okay, sounds like you need a break, right? No. Well, 7 years on med flight is like.
Little kids are little kids,
Yep.
you know?
I know exactly what you're
Full-time
talking
job.
about.
Yep.
I know.
Not going anywhere.
That's how my wife feels too, and now she's got me. Right? I'm like the big kid. So spa time. I mean, massage.
Yeah.
Like how long?
A 90-minute massage.
90.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, because they get the 60, which is like,
No, yeah,
you're done already, right? Because the 60 is kind of cheap. So a 90, right? So 90 is cool, but you wish it was a little bit longer. You know what I found out recently? Is Cindy Haffenbrack in here? Where are you at? Cindy told me, because Italy's one of her favorite places to go to. She has her own pizza place that she goes to when she goes to Italy, right? And she told me there's a 4-hour massage. Is that right? There is a is that ridiculous? 4-hour, that's called a nap, right? I'm paying you to take a nap on your table, right? 4-hour massage. So you gonna stick with the 90, or you want to go to the one that
90.
You want the 90? That's all you can handle. Okay.
It.
So 90 minute. The 4 hours is probably way too expensive.
Oh, I might
too.
sleep.
You might sleep.
Yeah.
Or you don't know what you're gonna come home to, and the kids are in the locker, right? So let's talk about what are some things you would do in Italy?
I want to sightsee. I want to take my kids to a lot of, I want them to learn history. I want them to see
anything
things.
jump out at you that you want to do there, or just everything?
I mean, I want to do it all.
You want to live it
see
out?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we're not going to do today on stage that you're going to need to do, so you're going to have some assignment. You can watch the replay of this, because obviously you probably have a lot to think about right now.
Yeah.
Okay. But one of the things you're going to want to do is you're going to want to formulate this entire trip to Italy.
Okay.
Like, I'm talking within the next week, if you're serious about it. I mean, if you really want to go to Italy.
Okay.
You're going to need to come up with what hotel you're staying at. If it's the Ritz, you need to look up the Ritz.
Okay.
The Ritz in Rome. What street's it on? I would call them or go online and download their video, or I'd call them and ask them to send you some brochures. I would know the date that you want to do this trip. I'm not saying you have to book it, but the actual date. Okay. I would start at night, late at night, the kids are asleep, it's non-productive hours in Nerium. You're laying in bed with your husband, you break out the laptop, and you're looking up what to do in Italy. What are the top 10 things to do in Italy? And you're like, you know what? 3 of the top 10 are like must-haves for us. We've got to do this. And then you're going to write those down. You're going to print off photos of it. And you're going to make a dream board of this entire trip of Italy. You're going to actually make a dream board of every single big goal that you have. Okay. So if your goal, for example, was to retire as a nurse, that dream board is going to be my retirement. Okay? What date? What does it look like? Okay? So that's the whole Italy trip. I mean, it's really going to come to life. It's very, very important. Like, I'd even have some Italian music playing in your house. I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but I do crazy stuff like that, okay? I wanted a house in Hawaii. About every CD you could buy of Hawaiian music on 3 or 4 or 5 of my trips there. And I just have thousands of songs that are played in Hawaii at this point. And now, it's just, you come to my house, you go in the yard, you think you're in Hawaii. But that brought the dream to life. For years and years and years, going through a financial struggle, I'm listening to Hawaiian music. People come over probably thinking like, it's not time to, hang loose. It's time to get to work, Mark. What are you doing, right? But that whole thing was part of my journey, listening to the Hawaiian music, looking up hotels in Hawaii, looking up real estate in Hawaii, making a dream board. I actually went on a trip there and brought back a jar of sand. I still have that jar of sand. I brought back seashells from the beach. I put them all over my desk. So in some of the toughest times of building the business, you're ready to quit. Someone tells you no. You're ready to hang it up. You're not sure if you can do it. You lose a little belief in yourself. Maybe your self-confidence is not as strong as you want it to be. And the jar of sand is there, and the Hawaiian music is playing, and the seashells are on your desk. And it sounds cheesy, right? But it keeps you going. It keeps you going every single day. And this is just one little goal that we're setting, right? So give me some of your short term. What's some immediate things that you need to make happen in your life?
I do not want to work another Christmas.
Okay. So your huge goal is to retire. Mm-hmm. Okay. She was actually a little angry when she said it to me. She was like, I am not going to work another Christmas. So you're going to get through this one, and that's it.
We'll get get through what, this goal, and then that's it?
No, this next upcoming Christmas.
I have to work this Christmas, yes,
Okay.
and this is going to be my last one.
Okay, because I have a 1-year goal.
Okay.
You guys hear that? Okay, so here's what I want you to do. This is called an affirmation.
Okay.
And I want you, don't worry, they can't see your hand shaking.
Oh, good, okay.
They're not shaking. She's like cool as ice. She's like, I got this, right? So I want you to write an affirmation, because it's one of the steps in goal setting, that I will not work another Christmas. And while she's writing hers, I want you to write one of yours. What is one of your power statements? I mean, how the heck do you make it in life and make it through the journey and all the choppiness and all the pitfalls and all the naysayers and all the negativity? I mean, look, good news is no news. You ever click on the news channels these days? There's not one single piece of good news. It's all negative stuff, right? How do you navigate through life not having these power statements that you're repeating to yourself that are going to take you to where you want to go, okay? So have you guys all written down your affirmation? So I have a stack of index cards about this thick of affirmations. It was, I will get out of debt. You know, I will not let my family down. I will expose 2 people a day. I will read 10 pages of a good book. I will follow the 10 core commitments. I've had those since the beginning of our experience in the industry. But after about 2 years of kind of flopping around in the industry and really not making it, I finally said, you know, I'm going to start listening to all this cheesy stuff that they talk about from stage. Goal setting, right? Writing it down. Dream board. Like, I don't need to be, you know, motivated. I need to make money, okay? I have bills. I have a landlord. I need to make money. And so I just thought all those things were just unnecessary props. And then I realized that there were so many things in life that you have to get through that you need these necessary props, okay? Let's talk about your retirement a little bit. So you, obviously as a nurse, I was in the medical field pretty much my whole life outside of network marketing. And so I worked the 12s. I did ICU for 2.5 years, 12-hour shifts. And so all the nurses know in here, holidays don't mean anything in the nursing field, right? Because patients still get sick and they still have to come and somebody still has to work. So you either give up Thanksgiving or Christmas and you juggle it around, and sometimes you pay someone under the table to take your shift and they take, right? I know the whole deal, okay? So this Christmas, you're working, that's fine. While you're working, I want you to make sure that you're reading your affirmations. Probably not out loud. Any other time you're going to read them out loud. Okay?
It's very clear.
You've made it clear. They know.
Yeah. So this is where I draw the line.
So do you think your boss is watching this right now?
Oh, she totally is, and they all totally know that I am like, I'm going to do this. I don't care how long.
Okay,
it
I'm
takes.
just letting you know, boss.
I'm
going to
do
do it.
this.
I'm just letting you know. Okay.
I'm going to do it.
She's going to do it. Okay, so we're going to set a date right now for your retirement. Okay, so we know you get through this Christmas. We know that you don't want to work by next Christmas. Have you thought a month? Like, this is when I want to retire by? You have.
I want to be done by August 31st of 2016.
Okay, write it down. So whatever affirmation you just wrote, if it has a time element to it or more of a reinforcement, secondary affirmation, write that down as well, okay? So you want to retire by August 31st, okay? So how serious are you about it?
Very serious.
You sure?
I'm positive.
You pretty serious
I'm like
about
gonna
it?
cry. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm really serious.
Okay, so you know what I want you to do right now?
What?
I want you to stand up, and I want you to read these 2 affirmations with power and certainty to these people. Not just for you, but also I need a break from talking.
Okay.
But for them, because there's someone in the audience right now that hasn't clearly defined their goal, and you clearly are serious about this. So I want you to, with power, with conviction, with certainty, I want you to read those 2 power statements out loud to the crowd.
Okay.
Why don't you get up there so you can see them?
Oh, good. Okay. Yay. All right. This is crazy. I, Jessica Potter, will not, will not.
That was dead serious.
Will not work another Christmas. I will retire August 31st, 2016.
Feels good, right?
It's crazy.
What, they believe in you. Do you guys believe that she can do it? See, they believe you can do it, right? Now you absolutely have to do it. Okay, so the most emotional part has not come yet. I'm just preparing you, okay? I even have a tissue in my pocket, okay?
Okay, all right.
So here's the key thing. You can't say that once. You can't say that twice. You have to be saying that every single day. You have to be saying that 2-3 times a day. Every time you want to quit, you got to say it. Every time someone knocks you down, you got to say it. Every time someone quits on you, you got to say it. Every time you get nervous about your business, you got to say it. Over and over and over and over again. You need to have a stack of those cards. I would never be able to do this business if I didn't have affirmations. I would have quit a long time ago. Matter of fact, I did quit a long time ago. Tammy and I have quit 100 times easily, but we got up 101. Why? Because of dream boards and affirmations and Hawaiian music. I'm serious. And jars of sand that people think is funny. And your husband's a little cuckoo. He's got seashells everywhere and weird things in the house. Did you get in the flow of what it looks like?
Yes, yep.
Okay,
I'm
so
good.
August 31st.
Yep.
Okay, now watch this. This is very important for you guys. What are you going to do the first day that you retire?
I am going to get up in my pajamas and I am going to watch my husband take my children to school and help get them ready. And then I'm going to sit on my really nice home living room that we're going to remodel, and I am going to watch trashy TV for like an hour and not do.
Hold on, we need to get an affirmation for that. Trashy TV for only an hour. We'll let you get by with an hour.
It's worthless, so just whatever for an hour, and then I'm going to spend the day with I want to go meet my husband for lunch. I want to volunteer at my kids' school. I want to do a lot of things my very first day of retirement.
That's a busy first day of retirement. Here's what I get. Can I give you a hard time?
Yeah.
So what I'm getting is that there's a whole bunch of stuff that you want to do,
Yeah.
and because you're retired, you're trying to get it done all in one day because you don't know if it's real. Is that how you guys felt? Like she was like, okay, what if I can only retire for one day? What would I do? I'd wake up in my PJs. I'd watch really trashy TV. I'd go meet my husband for lunch. I'd go volunteer at school. I'd run for president. Right? You're retired. Like you can. There's a second day. Like you actually could go meet your husband for lunch the second day if you wanted to. Okay? But this is really important. Most people that say, I want to retire, I want this business to be the vehicle that helps me retire, I ask them, when are you going to retire? Oh, someday. Let me tell you something. Here's what I learned a long time ago. Some days never come. Write it down in your notes. Some days never come. They never come. August 31st will come. What I'm going to do that first day will come. If you talk it into existence, you have affirmations, you have a dream board, you repeat it to yourself, and you write the plan to get you there. Okay? And so, first day of retirement is kind of a chaotic day for you. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a real tricky question. What are you going to do your second day?
Yeah. Well.
I know it's a tough question.
I know. I want to get up and I want to make my kids a really big breakfast. I like to cook.
Okay.
I want to have more, I want to cook. I want to have more time to be with them. I want to have more time to, spend with my family, and I don't know, specifics. This is hard. I want to go to get my nails done.
That's
maybe,
what I'm talking about.
By myself.
That's what I was waiting for the nails.
What?
I'm like, no nails?
I know. We cannot have nails as a nurse. And I know this sounds dumb, but I really want to have nails.
How many nurses in here want to have nails? Okay. That's true. As a guy, I actually know that nurses can't have nails, right?
Okay, yeah.
So, and nails are high maintenance. I learned that. So right now there's a debate in my household about that.
Good back rubs.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a good back rub. So
Okay, well, that's how you
good.
sell it to your husband. Good back rubs if you have nails. So ladies, there's a big $1 million tip right now to sell your husband on, right? So nails are high maintenance, though. You have to, like, go back, like, every 10 days and get them filled and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I'm learning that from my wife with my 14-year-old daughter wanting to get the nails done. So, okay, so you'd get your nails done. You'd cook a big breakfast. What are some of the other things you do?
When I'm retired or on the day, just when I'm retired. I want to spend my family lives in California. I want to spend more time with my family. My husband and I really want a cabin in the White Mountains. I'd like to be able to just get up and
The White
take
Mountains,
my boys.
that's your spot?
Yeah, it's like 4 hours north of us. It's like, yeah.
Cabin.
I really want a cabin in Lake Tahoe, but that's like after.
I mean, hold on, I can't
we
write
get
this fast.
to the
This girl
cabin
has big dreams, right? Tahoe.
I love Tahoe. Yes,
So Lake Tahoe.
would be my ultimate.
So, I mean, going to Lake Tahoe, having a cabin, that's cool. What would you do at the cabin?
We would totally do water sports. We would do snow sports. We would take our boys out to, a big quad and just play and toys.
Four-wheeling.
Yeah.
Okay. So, training time out, okay? These are the things that are necessary for your brain to get over the fear factor of talking to your friend about Nerium. These are the things that are necessary for you to go through your grueling 12-hour day as a nurse, and you can't even have nails. I mean, come on. These are the things that get you to that because you're thinking and dream building about the cabin in Tahoe, getting the four-wheelers, going water skiing, going snowboarding. But these are the things that people bury in the back of their head. They can't get them out because they're thinking about credit card debt. They're thinking about, well, I already work 60 hours a week, and I already don't have the time to cook breakfast. I never thought about that. Well, I guess I'd cook breakfast. No. What are you going to do? What are you going to do day one? What are you going to do day two? What is it going to look like? You have to visualize it. You have to crystallize it in your mind for it to come true. And so you have awesome stuff at the tip of your tongue. And I mean, you guys are probably realizing at this point that you're really opening up, and it's probably getting easier because you almost have a permission slip right now, right? Because you have to take people out of their element. Because you know what our everyday element is, right? It's real life. You go to work, you get paid. You don't go to work, you don't get paid. You come home, the baby's sick. Got to run to. You got a couple of kids. You're running one to soccer. You're running the other one to dance. If you're Mark Smith, your wife is calling you going, hey, you forgot to pick up Caitlin. Oh, I got Marcus. Was I supposed to pick up Caitlin? Yeah, she's been sitting there for 3 hours. Okay, I'm on my way. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm on my way. Oh, wait a minute. Marcus wasn't in the car. He's still in Little League. I'll be right back. Let me go pick him up. Okay, I got one. I'm going to get the other one. Okay, and don't forget to take the dinner out of the oven. Like, ooh, I didn't get that note. Real life. Does anyone else in here experience real life? It's called real life, right? So the walls of real life come down on us to where we stop thinking about having the 90-minute massage. We stop thinking about the simple things like, man, I'd like to go get my nails done. We stop thinking about, I'd like to wake up on my PJs and watch trashy TV for an hour, right? And there's plenty of that. But, hey, you know what? You get to do whatever you want, right? And so, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to plan a retirement party, okay? Because you retire, you got to have a retirement party, right? And so your retirement party, we can't do that here on stage, but your retirement party, so I'm going to put some pressure on your husband, okay? So Josh, hope you're listening, okay? I mean, I'm talking like limo, champagne. I'm talking like you pick her up at work. All the other nurses are like, I should have tried the dumb skin cream, right? They're all looking out the window. That kind of cool experience. You want that experience, right? But I'm serious. Like, these are things that you can watch the replay of this. You need to go home. Like, you're already planning a trip to Italy. We already know that you're getting a suite and you're locking the kids in the closet. We already know that you're getting a 90-minute massage. You're going to get a 90-minute massage once in 10 days or like every day?
Yeah, no, just like, once or twice.
Okay.
That's good.
We'll get you over that. You need to get one every day. Okay. Like maybe twice a day. One to get you up in the morning and then when you come home and to unwind. Okay? And then you're going to map out a dream board with a cabin in Tahoe, and you're going to cut out pictures of your kids, things that you've done with them. Have you ever gone water skiing with them before?
Yeah,
or snow?
We haven't done water activities with one, but we've taken Jacob to learn to ski. So.
Okay, so you get some pictures of that? Mm-hmm. Have you guys done some four-wheeling yet?
Yes.
Okay, so these are individual dream boards that surround you in your home. Every day you're looking at it. And one of the most powerful things to do is to include your children. You know, Mom, when we going to Tahoe? Mom, when we going to get the four-wheelers? Mom, when are you getting your nails done? You haven't had nails in 15 years. That kind of stuff, right? Well, maybe your boys aren't going to say that, right?
I can't believe I said that. I mean, that's true, but it's just
No,
embarrassing that I just shared it with all these people.
No, but you got to say it.
Awesome.
You know what's funny about it? Here's what's awesome. You're just bringing reality to everybody else in the audience. Most people won't admit it to themselves. Most people don't want to talk about it. Most people haven't been pulled up in front of, 40,000 people, right? And you're handling it very well. But really, this you and I are training them. We're just talking. We're like, oh, man, I hope they get the affirmation part right.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So you get a dream board on Lake Tahoe. You get a dream board about your retirement. And so we're talking about this retirement day needs to be real. You need to map it out. Okay, some of it can be a little secretive, and Josh can kind of figure out what that's going to look like, but it needs to be like, I don't care if it's a limo, but I'm talking about 5-star. It needs to be all out. Babysitter that day.
Okay.
Whoa, yeah, with or without the kids that day. I mean, what does it look like?
Both.
Day one,
Yeah.
retirement, you can be with the kids. You're going to cook them a big breakfast.
Right, okay.
Right? And then
Yeah.
send them to school and watch trashy TV and get your nails done. We get that, right?
Okay.
But the day of retirement, maybe you have a babysitter.
Okay. Big party.
Big party.
Yeah.
Big party. Are we all invited to the retirement
Yeah,
party?
yeah.
That is
yeah.
a huge retirement party, right? And so this needs to be mapped out, what this is going to look like.
Okay.
What time are you walking out of that hospital? Where are you going to eat? I mean, this needs to be a completely separate goal. It needs to be mapped out. Every single element of this retirement party needs to be mapped out, okay? And then what I want you guys to do is to do a pre-retirement party, okay? So I want you to do that soon, like next week, the week after, however fast you can kind of juggle your life with the kids.
With their birthdays.
It's their
Throw it
birthdays?
in. Yeah, it's their birthdays.
So you're trying to do something cheesy, like turn their birthday into your pre-retirement party as well?
We'll just have a celebration weekend.
So a pre-retirement party is going to be an experience where you're going to just celebrate with your husband. You're going to sit there. You're going to bring your journals. You're going to talk about what it's going to look like, what we're going to do, what's that perfect picture life that we're going to have when we retire. You're going to bring your affirmation cards. You're going to write out new affirmations. You're going to spend the day together, and you're going to talk about it. Because what that's doing is that's programming your mind to be ready for that type of a journey. I mean, we're talking about an all-out massive action to obviously retire you as a nurse. Obviously, nurses do well. It's probably a big step for you to go lose that type of income as a nurse and that type of a long-term career and have a business that's going to take on all that, the finances. I mean, that's obviously a huge move. We're not talking about, hey, we want to save up for one weekend, right? And so you're going to need to really map it out. So you're going to celebrate. You're going to talk it into existence. You're going to have this pre-retirement party. You're going to map out what the real retirement party looks like. These are the things that Tammy and I did. These are the things, we did them in detail. I still have the dream boards of these goals. Now, some of the things became unimportant along the way, but everything that stayed important, we've accomplished. Every single thing that stayed important, we have accomplished. And it wasn't because there was some, secret training around it. It was in front of us every single day. We talked about it every single day. We didn't allow anyone to tell us it wasn't possible, okay? As soon as you think it's not possible, it's not possible. But when you're reading affirmations to yourself and you have dream boards and you're talking into an existence, and obviously you have a workout partner, okay, and your husband, and you guys are holding each other accountable, it becomes very, very real to you, okay? So let's talk about the end game for you. So you got your nails, you got your house in Tahoe, you totally don't want to watch trashy TV anymore, you got your hour out in your whole life. You've gone, you've had enough massages. You're not even sure if you want them anymore. You're retired. What is the big thing for you?
I think the big thing for me is to be able to be available to my mom.
Okay.
My dad got sick, and I was like trapped because I had to work and I couldn't take him to the doctor and do stuff. And so it's really important to me to, as my mom gets older, to be completely free of any responsibility so that I can be there with her. And
Does she work?
No, she retired after my dad passed away.
Okay. So, it's little steps, baby steps. It's huge goal, retire. Purpose of retiring is more time with the family, being able to go on trips, but the end game is being there for your mom.
And my kids.
Yep.
I want to. Being a nurse, I can't go. I'm gone. I work 45 minutes away from where I work, so I'm gone at least 14 hours a day, and I miss everything. There's sleep when I leave, and there's sleep when I get home. So I just want to be able to, as they get older and do sports, I just want to go to their activities.
Be at the games.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're young enough right now that you go on the run of your life over the next year, when some of these the sporting activities get a little bit more serious, you can be one of those serious moms, right? Like my wife saved her pom-poms from high school. No, I'm just dead serious. And she's like having this challenge right now because my daughter is now a cheerleader, and I have to keep telling my wife, like, don't bring your pom-poms. Like, you're not a cheerleader anymore. It's like your daughter's a cheerleader, right? My wife's going to totally kill me after this. But she does. She has them. They're in the attic. Like, might have to throw them away someday while she's not around, right? No. So really, at the end of the day, you want to set your mom up, okay? And so what would you do for your mom? So obviously the time thing is, you retire, you have a business that's spinning away, and things are good, life is good, finances are not an issue. What are some of the things you want to do with your mom?
I want to take my kids and my husband. I'd like to travel with her as well. She wants to go to a lot more places before I want to travel with her.
What is like the number one place in the world she wants to go? Everywhere.
I don't know. Well, yeah, she really wants to go to New Zealand.
New Zealand?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, cool. So, this is a dream board.
I know, yeah.
Right? No, this is it.
Yeah.
This is your mom board, right? Why am I handing out 2 exposures a day? Why am I doing 10 core commitments? Why am I going to a real results party? Why am I reading these daily affirmations? Why am I reading 10 pages of a good book a day? Because I want to do A, B, C, D, and this is my end game. I want to be retired. I want to be financially free. I want to travel the world with my mom, and she wants to go to New Zealand, and you have a board. It's a mom board, and there's a picture of where you're going to stay in New Zealand. You haven't thought about where you're going to stay, right?
No. I mean, I really haven't thought about even getting there until this moment.
And here's the thing. Things that you don't think about probably won't come true. They really won't. You've got to think about it. I mean, you have to have a bulletproof vest. You have to have armor. There's so many forces in life that are just there waiting to get you to tell you that you can't do it, right? But when you do it concrete like this, and if we could spend hours making your dream board here and do, I wish we could do that at some point, but obviously it's hard to do it in this type of a setting. But you guys should go home and do that. You should do that with your team. You should have something on a weekend where you get together in a living room. Maybe we'll do a near MU like that, where we all get together and we write out our affirmations, we write in our journal, we make dream boards together, and we talk these dreams into reality, right? And so step 1 is to write it out, okay? What is your goal? What are the time elements, okay? Make a dream board for everything. Visual aids are everything. Anything you think that can help you through some of the barriers is critical. Daily affirmations are a must. I mean, you should have by the next conventions, you should have a stack of those. Nothing would be better than having you back here and getting up here, reading these same exact affirmations, saying, I am no longer a nurse. I now have a house, right? And I'm not saying you have to have that house in Tahoe in a year, because that's really not your goal, right? Your goal is August 31st, I'm retired, I'm getting my nails done, that's it, that's who I am, right? And so writing all this stuff out, having the time element, and what is your plan, okay? So you've got some pretty serious goals. I mean, these goals are huge. They definitely require a lot of money, right? Have you ever thought about what kind of money you'd have to make this come true?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of money?
I would like to make $30,000 a month.
Put the pressure on me, okay? So 30 grand a month. That's like huge. I know.
I know.
Have to, like, I think it's like how many rows that are in here are already doing that, right? So we know it's possible. So 30 grand a month, I'm going to tell you where you're going to need to be in the comp plan. It's a 3-star. 3-star NMD, there's not a 3-star NMD in the entire company that makes less than that. Okay, it's actually above that, but we'll call it 30, okay? So a 3-star NMD is your goal to get that done, okay? Now, can that be done in that period of time? It absolutely can be done in that period of time. Is that going to be harder than you probably ever had to work at something as an individual goal? Absolutely, okay? But we're talking about $30,000 a month. You wake up at the crack of noon. You have syrup spilt on your fluffy slippers. You get your nails done. You forgot you were still in your PJs. That kind of lifestyle, right? Oh, let's just go to New Zealand. Like, what are we doing today? I was thinking about going to New Zealand. That kind of lifestyle, right? And so 3-star NMD is what we're looking at, okay? So that's going to need to be the goal. Now, you don't have to be a 3-star to retire. So it might be NMD 1-star, right, to retire. Then it might be NMD 2-star to execute some of these other things. Then it might be NMD 3-star where it's like my mom is taken care of. Maybe you pay her bills off if she has bills. You start to do those dream trips. And along the way, you're doing little rewards to yourself, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're almost done. So we need to practice your 3-star speech, right? I mean, you guys want to hear her 3-star testimonial, right? Okay. So the 3-star testimonial is, you know, you're an NMD, 3-star, okay? You've worked really hard. Picture the grueling 2-a-day exposure system over the, you know, between now and August 31st, okay? And so you go through that journey. There's ups and downs along the way. You've read your affirmations. You have dream boards. Your husband's totally on board. Your kids are excited, other than the fact that you lock them in another room and get room service. But that's okay. They're still totally cool with the PB&J with no crust on it because good hotels have it like that, right? And you get to tell us your 1-minute story, okay? So here's what I want to do. I'm going to walk you off stage real quick. You guys just stay right there. Don't go anywhere. We'll walk your stage off real quick because you're going to come back out and tell your story, okay? Because it's not real if you don't tell us. Okay, so I'm going to have you come back here. Okay, stay with us, guys. You just take a moment. Okay. Okay, you guys ready for this? So, what we want to do right now is we want to introduce you to Jessica Potter, who has worked her tail off over the past year. She has big goals, big dreams. She's got some things along the way, like getting her nails done, going on some cool trips. I mean, she's got it wired together. She knows what she wants, and she knows why she wants it. And she's gone out there and not only hit national marketing director, but she's actually gone out there and hit 3-star national marketing director. Please help welcome to the stage, Jessica Potter. Awesome. Congratulations. Awesome. My video is ready? Yeah. It is? I need to know right away.
Okay. Hi, my name is Jessica Potter, and I am a 3-star national marketing director. I was a nurse. I retired with Miriam, and to all of those people that told me that I was wasting my nursing license on this company, I'm happy to tell you that my family is doing wonderfully, and I will never have to work another Christmas. Oh my gosh,
Page a little more on that one, but 3-star bonus, right? I'm gonna let you take that home.
Oh, good.
Okay. So here's the thing. Thoughts are things. If you say it will be, it will be. If you talk into existence, it'll happen. And so what I want to do right now is I want to show you. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. I want to show you on the big screen what the life that you just painted for everyone in here actually looks like. So go ahead and take a look. That quote look familiar? Found it on your Facebook page. I'm sure you look a lot better than that in scrubs. Spending time with the kids on their way to Tahoe. The Ritz-Carlton in Italy. And there's no kids in the picture at all. Oh, going on a gondola ride. Oh, of course you have to see the Colosseum, right? It's just a must. Little dinner, no kids. So somehow we took those out. Oh, they're back. Sorry, they're back. We got some grapes and cheese out for you in the lobby. Of course, the Leaning Tower. I mean, it wouldn't be a real trip if you didn't go there. You forgot to mention the Hawaii trip. Do you not want to go to Hawaii with us?
Yes.
Oh, gosh, what's that place? No boss, no stress, no money, no clock. You get 1 hour only. There it is. Oh, Lake Tahoe, beautiful. Yeah, almost time. Do you understand how real it has to be to you? Do you understand how real it has to be? You have to talk it into existence. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that it can be done. You probably never imagined to experience, you didn't even know that you've already been to Italy, right? But you have to have already been to Italy. You have to have already experienced the things that you want to experience. You have to experience them in your mind first. We have a gift inside that allows us to think about things and dream about things. And what dreams are about is building a blueprint so you can wake up and actually construct those actual things. And so I want you one more time, because I think that's probably one of the biggest goals, to read your affirmation and your power statement so that we know you're sure and that you're serious.
I want to retire. I will retire. August 31st, 2016.
Awesome. Give it up for Jessica, guys. Thank you. Awesome. Awesome job. Awesome. And so everything we just did, I want to tell you that Tammy and I have done that in our own dream building. And we didn't have a cool little fancy video like that. But we've done that. We've taken those pictures out. We've made those dream boards, those jars of sand, those affirmations. Another thing is when you tell people what you want and you cast it out there to the universe, it's amazing what happens. And you tell your friends and your family and your brand partners, your team and your upline, what ends up happening is those that are not for your dreams typically start to fuel your dreams, and those that are for you winning start to become your cheerleaders, and they start to become those people that are giving you that pep talk, and all of a sudden everything comes together. Now just leave you with this. Thoughts are things, and what you think about is your reality. So you have to figure out where you sit there. Thank you guys.
Great.